BookTube, welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and today I would like to just chat a little bit more about March Mystery Madness one last time for 2018 because I want to do a little bit of reflecting. I'd like to do a little more shouting out of some videos that I've seen, and I also want to give you an opportunity to comment below and give feedback. Because we did it quite a bit different this year than we had in the previous years. So I want to encourage you to leave some feedback about things you liked or didn't like about how we did March Mystery Madness for 2018. Now, first of all, I wanted to just kind of shout out the hosts one more time. Now, in the beginning, I did kind of give an overview and a shout out of all of the hosts, and I talked a little bit about why I asked those particular people to host March Mystery Madness. And since then, I have found out about a few more people who are booktubers that read a lot of mysteries, and I'm hoping that maybe next year they will jump on board in some capacity. But we had a fantastic group of hosts, and the reason I asked so many is because after doing March Mystery Madness with 2 and then 3 hosts, it became very obvious that we were never going to have the reach that we could have with more channels and bigger channels, and I really wanted March Mystery Madness to be a booktube event. I wanted it to be far-reaching, and I want people to associate, March with mysteries, and much like Nonfiction November. And I just wanted to encourage that community, and I don't want it to be all about me. I don't need to be shouted out on every March Mystery Madness video at all. I just want it to be a really fun team community event, and I really felt like that is starting to happen now. So anyway, just going back now to January, February, when I started asking people to join in and participate as hosts for March Mystery Madness, I basically asked them if in order to be a host, they would do an announcement video, and then a TBR video, and then 2 more mystery-related videos at some point throughout the month. Because my thought process was that if we had at least 15 hosts and everybody was doing 2 videos, then there could average out to be at least 1 video a day throughout the month. And I wanted to keep the momentum going for March Mystery Madness. I didn't want it to just be, TBR and announcements and then wrapping up at the end, because it's a whole month in between, and in order to just keep people pumped up and reading and enjoying the event, I felt like there needed to be some, interaction throughout the month. I wanted there to be, more talk and more videos about mysteries, and, Instagram posts and Twitter posts and, hashtags and all of that. And I really, really am so excited about how it all turned out. I'm just really excited. Now, there were a few things that didn't go as planned. You may have noticed that not all of the hosts did for March Mystery Madness videos, and there's reasons for that. For one thing, Mike and Becca from Books and Looks, they have a fantastic channel. They are so creative, and I really hope that you have gone back and watched some of their older videos if you are new to their channel. But I was chatting with Becca a little bit on email about 2/3 of the way through the month, and they had some major technical difficulties, and it was just not possible for them to upload any videos at that point. And she said, we're really trying hard to get back up online and get things going. And I said, you know what, at this point things are going fine. Just save your best ideas for next year. We'll have something to look forward to, and don't even worry about it. So I am really looking forward to hopefully they'll be willing to try again next year and be March Mystery Madness hosts. And then on a sad note, literally 2 of our co-hosts lost their mother during the month of March. And, I wasn't one of them, but I have lost my mother in 2008, and it is tough. I cannot imagine, being in the middle of everything and having that happen. So one in particular did come on and do a video and let us know about it. The other one had kind of seen it coming and did, bless her heart, she did several videos, pre-filmed them before her mother passed away, and it was just seamless. I'm not even going to tell you who it was because I don't know if she ever actually announced it, and you know, some people like to keep things private and personal, and so it's not my place to tell you, but she just kept right on going, and so you know, kudos to you, and you know who you are. So anyway, it's just one of those things. Life happens, and sometimes it doesn't, and you know, it's just, we just have to move forward and take it a day at a time. So, that being said, most all of the hosts then did do a separate TBR video of some form, and then almost everyone did some kind of a, what you would call a usual booktube video, where they did reading recommendations for a variety of kinds of mysteries. Some did vlogs. Some people did my little March Mystery Madness book tag, and what else? There were just quite a few. There were some updates throughout the month, you know, midpoint. There were Friday reads where people talked about what they were reading and all of that. So I want you to, if you haven't already, just run back through the hosts and make sure you catch some of those videos, as many as you feel up to watching, and check them out. Now, I do want to call your attention to a few videos in particular that I think were just really extra special. And in certain channels that I think just went above and beyond, and had some videos that were, like one in particular for each of these channels that I'm going to link, and I want to be sure that you watch that particular video. So first of all, I want to shout out Steve Donaghue, who of course needs no shout outs, but anyway, he did actually what I had first hoped he would do from the beginning was do a mystery starter kit. He has done several of these starter kits for different genres, and so I will link that video down below. And then more recently, I think the very last day of the month, he also did a Sherlock Holmes starter kit, so be sure you check that out as well. And it's basically, you know, kind of what the title says, where to start with mysteries. Then Emily Sears did what I think is going to be the first of a series, and she did the first one during March, of mysteries in history. And she actually talked about a book that I, now after watching her video, let me find it here, I have the audio, I'm very interested in reading it. It is a true crime novel called The Midnight Assassin by Skip Hollandsworth, and it is about a serial killer in Texas in the 19th century in Austin, Texas. So it just sounds very interesting, and she did a whole video on that, and I hope that she's going to be doing more in the future. Now, Emily is from Texas, and she's a librarian. In fact, she posted an Instagram post during the month that she had finished her Master of Library Science. So congratulations, Emily. That's awesome. Then the Pretty Brown-Eyed Reader, her name is Alicia. She did a recommendations video just before March, and it was also something that I had asked her about doing. She is doing the Blackout. There are quite a few booktubers who are reading only Black authors this month. Not just, I don't think it's just African American. I don't think they have to be American. Just reading Black authors for the whole year. I'm sorry, I think I said month. So I was asking her if she would give some recommendations of mystery authors that, you know, that she could potentially read, or that, you know, anyone else who is doing the Blackout, or not, just if you're interested in reading more Black authors, then, you know, would she do that? And she did. And so I want to encourage you to watch that video. And I will link it down below. Then Tim from World of Sleuths, he did quite a few videos. I have not had time to watch all of them, but one that he did early in the month, which I thought was especially helpful, is he went through a lot of different websites and online resources, and he showed these really neat places where he finds out about mysteries and thrillers to read, and it's really interesting. So if you are interested in, you know, finding more online resources, then I will link that video down below as well. Then let's see, we have Sarah from Not Just Romance Novels. She, as well as a couple of other people, Courtny also did, and myself, we did videos about middle grade books. Sarah in particular did a video about middle grade books or children's mysteries that she read as a child. But the video that I want to link is one that I don't think anyone else did anything like this, is a recommendation for romantic suspense. Now there is a subgenre of romance that is mystery related, that has mysteries woven into the romance stories, and she is an expert, a booktube expert on romance and therefore on romantic suspense. So she did a recommendations video on that, and I think you ought to check it out. So then Catherine from Jayne on Books, she did quite a few videos. She went through different categories of mysteries and all that, but the one I want to link is mystery recommendations from her dog, and they are all pet related mysteries, and it's so cute. And there's some pictures of her dog Nelson, and they're just some really fun sounding books. I think I had read a couple of them, and I want you to check that out, especially if you are an animal lover. Then you need to see what Nelson's recommendations are. Then we have Courtny from the Courtagonist, and she has done, she has a whole series on new releases. She does every month about she is everything cozy. So every month she talks about different new releases in the cozy subgenre that are coming out. And she also did some, she's been doing a series on recommendations of different types of cozies as well. So I am trying to think now which video of hers that I was going to link. Probably the kid one that she did, that's kind of similar to the one that I did and one that Sarah did. So it's really fun, and just check out her channel, you know, all of the above, but and her new releases as well. Okay, then Mara from Books Like Whoa, her video that I'm going to link below really was, I think, the most thought-provoking. It's called something like The Ethics of Reading Murder Mysteries, or Reading Mysteries. And she goes into, now Mara is very well educated. I think she has a doctorate, if I recall, and she knows what she's talking about. She did her dissertation on think it was romance literature. Anyway, she's well read and very well educated. So she was talking about just reading mysteries and the enjoyment that we get from reading mysteries, and yet they're, you know, bloody and gory, you know, people die, and you know, how we get enjoyment from that, and the ethics of that. And it's just really thought-provoking. So be sure you check that out, and I will link it down below especially. Let's see, I don't want to leave anyone out. Mom to Triplets 04 did a video every day in the month of March. How cool is that? And I think Steve did too. I don't know if all of his had to do with mysteries, but and maybe all of Laura's didn't, but most of them did. She did a fun thing, and I think what's really cool about now Laura's month is that she has reacquainted herself with all of her mystery books, because she has, I don't know if you ever watch her Saturday Shelfie tours, she has a lot of unread books, and she's like me. She loves having a large library of books to choose from, and so before March, she went through and sorted out all of her mysteries out of her unread books, and then just for fun, she started color coding them, you know, and a lot of booktubers do that. You know, they do their shelves in rainbow colors. So I will link the video where she showed one mystery where the cover is in a different colors of the rainbow. But then after that, she stacked up all the mysteries in different colors and just sorted them like that, and went through, and every couple of days she did a video showing her red books and her black books and things like that. How fun is that? So not only did she kind of basically do a shelf tour of all of her mysteries, you know, throughout the month. She has now reacquainted herself with all of her mystery books, so I'm sure now that her TBR list for next year's March Mystery Madness is pretty large. So be sure you check out her channel and subscribe if you haven't already. And then let me make sure I didn't leave anyone out of these. Now I'm going to link, of course, all of the hosts down below. But the only other specific video that I want to shout out is from Troi, who I, of course, mentioned earlier. He's one of the co-creators of March Mystery Madness. He actually coined the phrase March Mystery Madness before I ever thought of it. He's been on BookTube a lot longer than me. And, well, maybe not before I thought of it, because I thought of it a couple of years before I was on BookTube. I first used the term March Mystery Madness as a promotion to sell books, because I was the chairman of our library book sales. And so when I got on BookTube, this is a little history of March Mystery Madness in case you don't know. When I got on BookTube, I started thinking that it might be fun to take March Mystery Madness and make it into a readathon. So when I searched online, I found Troi, who had named his TBR that a couple of years prior, and I was like, hey, you know, I noticed you've used that, you know, you've coined that phrase, and so have I. What if we got together and did this readathon? And he was up for it. So so that's how it all came about. So anyway, Troi has some awesome videos. He has an ongoing series that he calls Chop It Up, where he will take a book, a mystery book, or a series, and chop it up. Basically, talk about it piece by piece. And he's done that with a lot of really great mystery series, and he has showcased various authors. He did a great tribute to Sue Grafton after she passed. But most recently, a few months ago, he did a video called 7 Mystery Genre Pet Peeves. And I thought it was a lot of fun, and he just talks about different tropes within the mystery genre and some different things that that are his pet peeves. So it's a lot of fun, and I will link that video down below. But I want you to just scan through his videos and see if he has read or talked about anything that you are interested in. And then watch it. He's just a lot of fun to watch. He is quite a character, and if you haven't watched any of his videos, then I definitely think you should. So also, just to give a few other shout outs regarding some of our hosts, there are several book clubs that are hosted by March Mystery Madness hosts. Now, Courtny is one of those. She hosts a cozy mystery book club with Books Are My Heart that just started earlier this year. So I think the name of it is Cozy Mystery Book Club. But if you click on Courtney's channel, you should be able to find information. Then, goodness, it's probably been a year and a half now that Di from Disis19 Hearts, who was a host last year and also this year, she started the Book One Cozies Club, which we facilitate on the Mystery Madness Goodreads group. And so if you joined the March Mystery Madness Goodreads group, that same group, you can find the Book One Cozies Club. And every month, Di picks one first in series cozy mystery, and that's what we read. I don't always get them all read, but if one, you know, comes up that that I'm definitely wanting to read or that sounds really interesting, then I try to read it. But I want to encourage you to join both of those cozy mystery clubs, and especially if you love cozy mysteries. Now, if you're more into thrillers, then I want to encourage you to join, if you haven't already, Lisa and Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand. Lisa for Books and Smiles. They have a book club called the Deadly Divas. It used to be Lisa's Buddy Reads, now it's changed to the Deadly Divas, and they read a lot of gritty stuff, thrillers and all of that, and they have 1 or 2 books a month, so you'll want to check out Lisa and Sarah's channel to get the info on that. Then Louise, the big-haired bookworm, she graciously agreed to be a guest host, and both her and Lesley from WordsofaReader, they have, you know, bigger channels, and I was just excited that they were willing to shout out March Mystery Madness, and they did, and gave recommendations, and I'm so thrilled for that. Right about the same time that we were announcing March Mystery Madness, Louise also announced her very casual Agatha Christie book club. So if you are interested in Agatha Christie, then I want to encourage you you to join up with Louise's group and read some Agatha Christie each month. I think that's all of the book clubs. Now, several of our hosts have blogs. Quite a few. In fact, I hesitate to mention because I'm afraid I'll leave somebody out. I know for sure that Tim does from World of Sleuths. Now, we had one host that does not do videos, but she has a blog, and that's Katie from Little Katie Kitty, I think is her @ name. She's on Twitter quite a bit, and she helped a lot with the Twitter posts, and her and Emily Sears helped a lot with just getting the schedules coordinated for the Twitter sprints and everything. And I want to give a huge thank you to Courtney, who did all of the artwork for March Mystery Madness, the clue board that's on our Mystery Madness group, and all of the thumbnails and things that you've seen, the banners. That was all from Courtney, and it was amazing. There's no way I could do any. I have no idea how to do any of that kind of stuff. So thank you. So let me see if I'm scanning through my notes and see if I'm leaving anything out that I wanted to say. Just basically, check out all the hosts. I hope that you will subscribe to all their channels if you haven't already. And anybody who participated in March Mystery Madness, just go to your YouTube search and type in, you might have to search a couple things. Search the hashtag March Mystery Madness and see what you come up with. And then also search separate words, March Mystery and Madness, and see what you come up with, because sometimes you'll get some different videos. And find those people who participated and who enjoy reading mysteries. And I can almost guarantee you will find some new friends. And I know for a fact that there have been several people who have found each other that are now friends, and we're just having fun doing this together. Now, I don't read mysteries all year long. I read a lot of different things. So if you subscribe to my channel because of March Mystery Madness, don't expect to see me reading mysteries every single month. In fact, I just announced my a brand new readathon, Amish in April, and I don't even read very many Amish books, but the idea came up and we're going to go for it. Sarah and I from Not Just Romance Novels. So I'm going to be reading a lot of things during the year, but I hope that you will stick with me, stick with all of us, and we'll just have a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll continue to read some mysteries throughout the year. Oh, that was what I was going to say. Now, historically, our Goodreads group is somewhat dormant throughout the year, but we do have one thread there that's called What Am I Reading, or What I'm Reading Right Now, or something like that. And I might start a new thread now for 2018, What Am I Reading in 2018 or something, just to kind of start over, start fresh. But please go on there and tell us what you're reading, especially if it's mystery related, or if you have something, you've just read something and you want to recommend it, then throw it up there. We've got over 300 members now in the Mystery Madness Goodreads group, and I am super excited about that. That's just amazing. And like I said, that is where Di runs the Book One Cozies Club. Then also, we've got Courtney doing her Cozy Mystery Club, and then Lisa and Sarah doing theirs. They all have Goodreads groups, and then Louise doing her Agatha Christie. So there's something literally for everyone, all of you mystery lovers. And there are some other different bigger Goodreads groups on, I said that, yeah, on Goodreads, Goodreads groups on Goodreads that read mysteries, but they're so huge that you sometimes feel like you can't get a word in. So we're still just a little small happy family, and I hope that you will help keep our little Goodreads group alive throughout the year, and also if any announcements come up during the year, then we'll be sure to post them on there. So I think that's all that I wanted to say for this video. I will hopefully link everything down below. If you have any questions or suggestions, please just comment down below or email me. I will try to put my email in the description. It's LizziefayeLovesBooks@gmail.com, and I will be happy to hear from you. So that's all for this video. That's all for 2018 March Mystery Madness. I hope you had a fantastic time. I know I did too. And read a great book, and God bless you.